Ooh, y'all, come on into the room, y'all. Come on into the room. Ooh, I'm gonna wait till a few of you guys come in here. We got some stuff to talk about. Breaking news. Governor Mario Cuomo resigns, effective 14 days amidst sexual harassment allegations. My God, y'all. Let me play the 30-second countdown, and then we'll get on with it, okay?
I want you to stand up tall and proud. I want you to speak up clear and loud. Brown baby.
Oh, goodness, y'all. Welcome to the Sassy Show. Come on into the room, y'all. Come on into the room. Ooh, y'all. Thank you so much, Lady Nika. What up, Robin? Hey, Robbie. Hey, lovely love. Hey, Lady Steph. Hey, D Dot. What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening if you're in the UK. Darlings, can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Thanks for everybody for sharing my video. I don't know how many of y'all are going to be interested in this. Girl, Lady Nika, y'all had to come on live, honey. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Baby, what in the hell is going on? Y'all, okay. So I don't know how many New Yorkers I have here. You don't really have to be a New Yorker to know um, what's going on with what's been going on with Governor Cuomo. I don't even know. I would say in the last 6 months, maybe long. Well, I think right after the election. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lady Nika. I'm like, can y'all? Hey, Vegas girl. I'm like, y'all. Can y'all tell me if y'all can hear me? Jeez. Thank you, Lady Nika. Okay, y'all. So I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just off the cuff. I'm a major political girl. Um, but I might have some timelines messed up. So I watch local news, excuse me, international, national news every single day. So I'm assuming in my head that these allegations started coming up around the beginning of the year, right after the election. I mean, listen, I understand the Me Too movement. Obviously I'm a female. Yes, okay, thank you, Lady Nika. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So maybe around December-ish, but yeah, beginning of the year is when it started hitting my radar. Like, wait a minute, are they serious? And so obviously because of my political background, I thought it was a bunch of gibberish. I really did. I thought this was a political move, and that he was going to somehow escape out of this. I don't know if you guys know the Cuomo legacy, but his father was a politician. Obviously, we know his brother Chris is a major CNN analyst, started out in the morning and now is holding down the evening slot. And everybody knows that evening slot is very difficult. So major political family, not as powerful as the Kennedys, but still very powerful in New York in their own right. So a lot of things that are going to be surrounding them are going to be politicized. They're going to be using them meaning the Cuomo family, to create and spin a narrative. See, some of y'all thought my cousins uh, our cousins, I should say, are the only people that spin narratives. No, that's at a lower level. At the highest level is where you really learn how to spin a narrative. So I might give a little lesson in that. Okay. So these people this is how they make their bread and butter. This is how they survive year after year, spinning narratives. So again, I just assumed it was a spin of the narrative. They maybe thought Cuomo had some aspirations for presidency, and maybe the TRUMPs were just kind of going after him, trying to shake his boots a little bit. But again, these people are deep rooted in politics. I assumed that he was going to wiggle his way out of it. But they are many Kennedys. What's up, Vibrant Low? Y'all, and yes, please, you guys, please hit the like button. And thank you guys for sharing and subscribe if you're not. Thank you so much. Y'all, I am floored as well. Hey, Team AJ, I am floored. I could not even believe that they were able to get to him this way. So let's break it down. 11 women have come forward to say claims of sexual harassment of some sort. The last one that took him over was the doctor. Now, I know Cuomo was one of the first people to get his shot because he was trying to convince New Yorkers. So that had to have been February, March, if that late. And we saw it on national news. Now they're saying that he it's not called sexual harassed, I don't think. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called when and I apologize for that. But I guess they're saying that he said something inappropriate in a sexual manner to the doctor. And he just said that today on his resignation speech, that he said, "Oh, you make that gown or something look good." And I don't think doctors wear gowns. So I think he misspoke and was meaning the doctor's coat. So yeah, Robbie, it's 11. I, you know, you make that doctor's gown look good. That is really old school. And this is in the midst of allegations, but quite honestly, this was early on in the allegations. So I guess his mind hadn't wrapped around, like, not to say anything that is remotely uh, deemed as, sexual or harassment in any case. But he did say that he said it. Now, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that, I mean, would you tell your doctor that, "Ooh, you look good in that you make that outfit look good"? That's a little borderline. That's a little borderline. Let me read y'all comments real quick because I'm going to read some of this stuff, the allegations. Team AJ, the higher up narratives are what really count. Beef sector narratives are child's play, darling, like kindergarten child's play. These people have their PhDs in spinning narratives, literally. Vibrant Low, his speech sounded like he may run for office again. Who knows which office? Girl, the only thing above governor is the president. So, I mean, do you think that he did it? See, I don't know. Now, let me tell you this. Yeah, Lady Nick, I think it could make someone uncomfortable. And then once the three-letter people come to uh, come to question you, then you have to tell the entire truth of what happened in regards to. your interaction with him. So even the person could not have thought anything of it at the time, but still had to tell them. Um, they had to recall everything to the three-letter people. You can't leave, you don't really want to leave anything out, especially when you're at that level. So that's something too. Let me see what D Dot said. He's more than likely guilty of all that's being said against him. He does look kind of creepy to me. Really, D Dot? I definitely I understand your opinion on that. I do agree. Excuse me. I do disagree. I don't think that he seems to be that type of guy. I don't think that all of these allegations would come down at once. But then there are some people that I do believe when their allegations come down at once. I believe that somebody is investigating and they start pulling these people out the woodwork. So it's not just because they all came down at once that I don't believe it. I just don't see him as that type of person. I do see him as an old school politician though, and they do teeter the line. And as someone who works primarily with men, they do teeter the line, and I have to, find a way to kind of wiggle myself out of that. And after a while it'll stop, or they get the picture. And I'm not saying that's the right way to be, but I haven't gone to HR to say, oh, this is, oh, he said I look nice in this dress. I mean, it could just be a compliment, or he could be flirting with me. I don't know. But the old school guys, they do kind of they talk like that. And then he's old school. He's Italian. He's a New Yorker. Now, a lot of y'all don't like labels, but over here we tell the truth, honey, and shine the light, okay? So we're not afraid of labels, and we're not afraid of being a little politically incorrect, as they call it nowadays. We understand that Italians have a lot of bravado, New Yorkers have a lot of swag, and old school politicians are used to saying whatever the hell they want to say. And now he got all three, So D hashtag Cuomo guilty. Lord, the dynasty is falling, but slowly but surely, but creepy looking doesn't equal guilt. Yeah, of course. Robin, yeah, I don't think all the allegations are true either, but yeah, girl, I just don't. Lady Nika says she doesn't think he looks creepy. Robert Lowe says he is very old school, however, as noted by, I just lost your comment. I should have highlighted on. I don't know why I'm not highlighting on. Oh. I'm sorry, y'all. I just lost your comment. Anyway, I apologize for that. Lovely Love said, I have told my doctor oh Lord, now look at this out of the mouth of babes. Lovely Love said, I have told my doctor he is sexy and we get a laugh out of it. He think I'm crazy anyway. Now, Lovely Love, now you probably ain't the right one to be asking about no sexual harassment charges now. We just gonna keep it 100, okay? Hey, Aisha. And then, but Lovely, you know that girl. You tell your doctor he looks sexy. Okay. Y'all, Polo in here? Oh, hey, Polo. Y'all. Hey, Sassy and chat, playing the game and listening. All right, honey, take it easy. I understand that the allegations should be taken seriously, but there has to be actual proof. That's my thing, you guys. That's my thing. Like, I mean, what has actually been proven? But then when you have if 11 people come to y'all and tell y'all the same stuff about me, aren't y'all gonna believe them? So it's this dichotomy. Like some of us believe, Cuomo is guilty. Some of us don't because we maybe, grew up around his family and the goodness that they did for the community, and we're like, no, not you. But if 11 people come and say it, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. What did Lady Nika say? Old school politician, Italian, sassy, and outspoken equal 2020. Exactly. Y'all better not go to HR, and baby, y'all know I'm just starting out. Leave HR out of this, okay? Hit me up in the background, okay? But I can't either, Aisha. I cannot believe he is resigning. And so this is the thing, y'all. So I was I told y'all CNN is always on mute, right? So I'm doing other stuff. Supposed to be working, but whatever. So doing other stuff, and they say, "Oh, breaking news: Cuomo to speak." I said, "Okay, now let me back up and tell y'all when when his right hand woman resigned. What was that yesterday? I said, "Oh, but wait a minute." Because she's been very, very loyal. And I said, oh goodness. But I just put it out my mind. I said, maybe she's just tired. They had a hell of a COVID run in New York. They had a hell of a time with TRU and peers. I said, maybe she's just like, I can't take another thing. I'm just, this is the straw. But I probably should have known that you know, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call in. So I should have probably known that that the end was nearing, but I just wasn't even really paying that much attention yesterday. But nevertheless, he comes on today, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a rah-rah speech, like, yeah, Cuomo, I told you I back Cuomo, so I'm like, okay, Cuomo, come out here and give him some tough Italian bravado, let him know that we're not down for this. So he starts out and he's talking about all the good things that he's done for New Yorkers, talking about, crime, COVID, urban development, infrastructure, all the good stuff. And then he starts talking about, hey, I think this is a political narrative. I think that they're spinning a narrative on me. I think that this is a political takedown. I said, that's right. It is. I'm yelling at the TV. Let's go. Let's go. All of a sudden he makes a turn, honey, and he's like, and by the way, I will be resigning in 14 days. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, Lord have mercy. D-Dot, you're making some good points on the other side. Old school is hands on, but it's still improper. And somebody said that on CNN. They said, honey, you got to change with the times. And Aisha, I don't think she's literally saying hands on. I think it's a figuratively. I would assume that it's figurative. Let me see what's in Vibrant Love. I don't think it was a numbers game, 11 women. I believe too many of his higher supporters bailed, therefore he knew there was no path. I totally agree. Vibrant Love, let me find out we can talk about politics. Now thank you for that comment because this is the other thing that I was irritated about is the other Democrats saying that they would support an impeachment. I was like, Democrats, they get on my nerves. They don't have any backbone. The Republicans would have never done that. They would have said, I don't give a dang if it's 1,100 women. We don't believe y'all. They would have made you go to trial. Not the Dems, honey. They'd be like, we want to do the right thing. We want to do the right thing by the community, and you need to step down. Even though I'm Democrat, they get on my nerves. New York people is very touchy-feely and vocal and crazy. Okay, I don't know about touchy-feely, but they are vocal. It was definitely a setup. I'm sorry, I don't want to say definitely, but allegedly, in my opinion, it was a sure for sure setup. I mean, come on. Well, let me see what my homegirl on the other side is saying. If they're all storying, girl, not storying. Oh, I love that. If they're all storying, I feel bad for him and his family these days. All one has to do is cry sexual harassment and they're automatically guilty. That's true. No, that's true. Hi, Lady Nika. I also get 11 allegations until, well, we can say that all day long and we know, but that's actually not true, is it? Because this man has to give up his governorship and a very fine governor at that. And now this is his legacy that he had to resign for sexual harassment. So in theory, that's great that it's allegations until proven, but actually, tangibly speaking, it's not a theory any longer. It's his reality. So it's very unfortunate. What did Vibrant Low said? I think he also hung there because of Clinton. He survived Lewinsky. Well, that was 20 something years, 30 something. I don't know how long ago that was now. I don't know if he was thinking about Clinton per se, because that's a whole nother era. But I do think he was thinking about his other colleagues who have survived it. There's a lot of Republicans that have been in the news lately because of sexual harassment, and on a worse level, because yes, there are levels to sexual harassment. So when you start talking about minors, or a physical abuse, or I don't want to say the word, but y'all know the R word, drugging people, those type of allegations are worse than these verbal allegations. However, some of them have been able to stick around, but that is because they know they have McConnell and or at the time TRU and peers at behind them. So support is everything, in on every level that you are. Support is everything. So we don't know if Biden made a phone call and said, "I'm sorry, Mario, your time is up." And if the president that's on your side is not on your side, you got to go. Let me run down these lists real quick. The supporters always bail when it has to do with sexual harassment. Well, I'm a supporter. I haven't. We're talking about high level supporters, meaning his colleagues. When they start to bail, and again, Republicans don't bail. So you broke the news before AB. Bitch, say it again. Let me take a screenshot. I'm sure I didn't, Robbie, but well, honey, they was probably too busy listening and looking like me. I was listening, looking, and saying, I got to go live. Vibrant Lil, he could run for senator, even president again, even bolder. Um, Gosh, that's a very good point. However, senator isn't going to cut it. He's not interested in being a senator. I can tell you that right now. And of course, I'm creating this narrative in my head because obviously I don't talk to Governor Cuomo. But I think it's president or bust. Now, maybe the vigor that I heard in the beginning of that speech is I'm running for presidency. But if he does, I don't know. TRUMP was able to get, and he had about the same amount, 11 allegations towards him, but that was during the run for president. I don't know. I really think that at this stage that it may be done, but I'm kind of like 70-30 on that. I'm interested to see. Like maybe that vigor was like, you know what? I'm going to resign now so I can clean up all this mess and then come back stronger for the presidency. I don't know, but I know he was a sure, but I know he was a sure step in for presidency. But however, if Biden doesn't run for another 4 years, it's going to have to be Kamala. So then that means that he could possibly have to wait, 10 years. I don't know. So we're talking about presidency, but we have to remember that the Dems are going to elect Kamala if Biden doesn't go for another 4 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let me see what y'all have been saying. Maybe Biden put pressure on him. I wonder, Robin, did we say that at the same time? Because I'm late on your comment by 2 minutes. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it was up. I think it came from way higher up than constituents. I mean, y'all, we're a number. But like I said, when one of your two New York senators calls, your Congress people call, elected to your state, the if the president calls, it's definitely a wrap. So we don't know, but I'm thinking that it was the higher ups. It could have even been a Pelosi or somebody like that. It had to be somebody like that where he knew he could not. I mean, he couldn't wade the water anymore. It was a done deal. Thank you guys for whoever's just coming in. Unpopular opinion. I believe that victims should receive justice. However, it's not okay for women to come forward and be able to ruin this man's legacy without proof. I know, but what constitutes proof? If your verbal does not constitute proof, then that means that everybody's going to walk around recording every single conversation. And then it's still subjective because like we were talking about what what he said to the doctor. And Lovely is jokingly, now I know she ain't joking, but she's jokingly telling her doctor, "Oh, you sexy," because he's probably an attractive guy. He just thinks, "Oh, that's one of my quirky patients, no big deal." Somebody else, another doctor, could let Lovely go and say, no, that's too uncomfortable for me. I don't want. So it's all subjective about what a person says and how they say it. So, I don't know. I don't see him leaving politics either. I'm a CNN freak. Oddly enough, Chris is off all week. Oh, what? What? I didn't catch that because I didn't see him last night. OMG. I just told Langston. I said, Chris is the next to go. I think it's a double whammy. Y'all know, remember they used to play that on The Price is Right? I told Langston this. He can drop down and confirm, but y'all already know I ain't lying. Okay, Chris takes off all week, so because he already said I'm not talking about my brother, which I agree, because if any of you hoes think I'm talking about my sister, y'all got me messed all the way up, okay? So he takes off this week so that until this dies down, but it's not going to die down because it's the governor of the biggest state in the world. You understand that, right? New York State is one of the most popular states in the world, not just in the United States. So it's not going to die down in a week. But I understand you take your PTO, okay? Because you don't want all this mess that's going on. So your brother then already told you what's going on. But y'all, I kind of have an inkling feeling that because I don't know if y'all know, but TRUMP went after Chris Cuomo about 6, 7, 8 years ago, real bad, real bad. It was devastating. This was, both of them are in New York. Obviously, this was before he was president. I mean, y'all, I have to tell y'all that story another time because it'll take me an hour. But it was brutal. And so if TRU peers are the cause of this melee, then why not do a double whammy and take out both of their brothers? Now you've taken down what I think somebody called a mini dynasty in regards to politics. Because quite honestly, Chris Cuomo is a lawyer, a criminal lawyer by trade. So it could have been a JFK and RFK, Robert FK situation where the president now elects his brother as attorney general. Oh, peep game, peep history. What's up, MJ, AK? I got their notification 5 minutes after yours. Well, okay, let me find out. Sassy over here breaking news. Um, I can't believe I missed Chris was off. Chris is a fellow Jets fan, so he cool with me. What's up, so? You stupid. Not a double whammy. Wah, wah. I need to get that sound effect now. Let me see what D Dot said. I just don't understand why these women wait so long before D Dot. Now I do understand why they wait so long. I think they wait so long because they feel like they're the only ones and they're processing it. Now again, a verbal assault is different than a physical assault to me. Okay? Obviously, it should be for anybody. So a verbal assault. So I don't really want to talk about physical assaults because that's too deep, too heavy. I don't care if you wait 25 years. If somebody RAPE you do what you need to do when you feel like you need to do it. But a verbal assault, I personally think it only comes out or it comes out when there's numbers and when the alphabet people or somebody that is a hired investigator comes and starts talking to you and putting that heat on you. And you say, well, we got all these other people that are saying the same thing. Are you sure this didn't happen? Can you explain this a little deeper? And then also the other thing that happens is somebody could have reported it to somebody. And when the investigators start investigating, and shifting through all this HR paperwork, they say, "Oh, oh, okay. So such and such said this in 2015, and then such and such said this in 2016." And then they go back and investigate those people because if you're a governor or if you have a lot of power, don't you think you could get one simple comment pushed under the rug in regards to an HR incident, So that's what I think about that. Barbara, let's see what you say. Aisha, girl, what question? I'm so behind. I can assure you of this. You will never. But oh, okay. All right. Oh, love in the house. I'm glad you came live because I would have offended so many people. Why do you think you would have offended people? Okay, but it still seems like a long time. But I get it. Yeah, it is. It is a long. Okay, girl. That girl that I don't know. I could definitely call him the orange tyrant, if you will. Okay. Ooh, that man was something else. It gives me the shivers. I don't even like talking to him. I mean, talking about him. Like Nika, why you say that you would have offended people? You wouldn't have offended anybody. Aisha says, perhaps my question was phrased improperly. Has it not been revealed if these allegations were I have not seen anything about physical at all. Only thing I've seen is verbal. I haven't seen anything about physical, Aisha. So that's why we're saying we're talking about physical allegation. I mean, excuse me, verbal allegations, but there's more than 11. But we live in this is after the Me Too era. So you're not able to any longer say what you want to say to your female employees or counterparts. You're just not able to say it. Here come my girl, one of my model citizens with the legal analysis. It's easily a misdemeanor at the most. Yeah. Yeah, but but Robin, expound more. What is that? I mean, we're not dealing with legalities here. We're dealing with what's the word? Uh it isn't even it's not even about evidence of what is it called? Not subsequential substantial evidence, whatever, I forgot the word. It's not even about that of if it's illegal or not. But then how can I say that? No, because okay, y'all. So I'm getting a little confused. If he was going to take this to trial, they were going to say this was a crime? Huh. He did touch somebody on the small of their back. So now I guess that does constitute physical. I don't know. I don't know. Can y'all help me with that? Because Robin is on to something now. She's going to always come with a legal analysis, which is awesome. But they were talking about taking this to trial. So what does it fall under? Because I mean, it's not. I don't know, y'all. This was a hell of a move by the Repubs. I'm telling you, they don't play. Republicans are straight up mobsters. They play no games. Vibrant law. Hey, Hummingbird. Look, how many women does it take before people believe that a man is engaging in sexual harassment? People keep text messages, emails of this behavior. A case would blow all that info up. Yeah, so Vibrant, so Miss Hummerberg, I'm thinking that you and D Dot and a few others are on that side, and I so understand what you guys are saying. I don't have a real explanation or any kind of proof on why I believe Cuomo. And let me say this, it's not that I 100% believe Cuomo. I just don't believe that it was as bombastic as to have him resign from his post. So let me be very clear about that. There were physical accusations. Yes, thank you, Vibrant Low. I forgot the small of the back. If you guys could remind me of anything else, but I definitely remember that one because folks think I'm sometimes like stupid, and today that would have died. Plus, one would say I'm. Ooh, why do I understand that comment so deeply? Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. People are something else, aren't they? Just getting. Look at Robbie on it. Just getting it. I'm ahead of, well, who was that? ABC or NBC and C-SPAN. Sassy on the way up, but not to the east side though. He put his hands up my please. He put his hands up what? Let me see this one. He touched my stomach. Who touched your stomach? Cuomo touched your stomach? Wait a minute now. No, we ain't getting no breaking news. I'll take 500. Okay. Do, 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 do. Wait a minute. What is Mama Love talking about? But by him resigning, it makes him look guilty. I don't really agree with that. I think, but I don't really agree with that. Circumstantial. Thank you, Robbie. Why I couldn't? But thank you so much for understanding. What I was trying to say. Yeah, so I don't know if we're talking about circumstantial evidence. I don't know what the crime would have been. I'm about to read something real quick. I'm not saying he's innocent. I honestly don't know. No, none of us, y'all, we're just chopping it up. And y'all know over here we can chop it up. We ain't got to be right, wrong. We can agree to disagree. But listen, this is how friends talk about this stuff. None of us know any of this. We don't know them, and we weren't sexually harassed by him. So we're just chopping it up. So nobody ain't gonna get mad over here about somebody's opinion. That's for sure. Okay. What Vibrant said? He put his hands up my blouse. He touched my stomach. Is this from the people? They saying this? I was under the mistaken idea that he admitted to an affair. No, Robbie, no affair. Plus, do affairs take you down anymore? I don't know anymore. But I want to talk about this D dot. By him resigning, it makes him look guilty. I so understand that statement. Not sure if I agree, but I definitely understand it. And I guess my counter argument would be, is it worth it? Maybe you've done something 20 years ago, it's going to come out. Maybe your family members have done stuff, they're going to be digging up that. Because again, what over there where my cousins live, they think they be doing stuff. And I'm not putting my cousins down. I'm just, trying to give you guys, you know, um, some symmetry onto what I'm talking about. They think what they're doing and what they are doing sometimes is heavy because it's personal. However, what these people will do, the doxing that these people will do under jury scrutiny or under investigative scrutiny is 100-fold to what my cousins have done, will do, and are even capable of doing. So just like sometimes people pause over there in my cousin's houses of doing certain activity and are backing down and or leaving YouTube altogether to avoid that type of scrutiny, he too could be thinking those things and say, let me get up out of here before these people just destroy every single person in my family. So I don't know. Let me read. I haven't been watching the news in a long time, so this is some good tea. Politics is dramatic. Baby, baby, yeah, I get my whole entire life. I be like, they said what? And they did what? Honey, I don't know. D Dot said, I don't know either. I pray none of it's true. I hate to think he was capable of doing such deplorable things. Well, D Dot, what are you? I don't know. I don't, what is the what? I don't see. Here I go. But what was so deplorable about flirting and putting your hand on a person small of a person's back? Did he do some other stuff that I'm not aware of? Now I know y'all gonna say that's not right, but it's not deplorable though, is it? I mean, cause come on now. Hi, KFS. Hey, Sassy and Chat. Just found this page. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We welcome all the newbies, all my first cousins, all my third cousins, and all the cousins of my cousins. Thank you guys for coming into the room. Hey, Miss Cruiser. Thanks you so much for sharing. The resignation was a smart move. If he wants to stay in politics, you have to listen carefully to his statement. That's what I'm saying, Vibrant. That I know. Does anybody want to come up here and talk about this? If so, I can drop the link. But we just talking about this, so do not think you're coming up on the Sassy Show to change any topics. Okay. Um, Let me drop the link in 2 seconds. I'm loving reading this chat today, y'all, because I mean, this is what I mean. He resigned to avoid a case. Exactly, Miss Hummingbird. Potential removal from office. Exactly, Miss Hummingbird. And inability to run for a public office again. Exactly, Miss Hummingbird. He took this risk because he will go on a PR tour and try. Girl, I almost called you bitch like he was one of my friends. So I'm just gonna call her bitch. You better say, oh, I wish I had a pointer. He resigned to avoid a case. Ding, 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 ding. Potential removal from office, ding, 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 and inability to run for public office again because if he got a plea deal and or convicted, zip nay on the it's nay on running for office again. He took this risk because he will go on a public relations tour and try to run for president in the future. Ding, 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 ding. Miss Hummingbird won. Okay. Anyway, um, that's it. That's all. That's all it is. I don't know what you mean by that's all it is. Um, what does it say? I agree. The resignation is damage control. He will be back in some capacity later. I'm so interested that you guys are saying that. I would think that his political future is done, but I like where y'all are going. Let's see what my counterpart's saying. To me, it definitely is, but that's just my opinion. To me, it definitely is deplorable. Okay, D-Dog. Okay, we disagreeing today, but smooches because you are too sweet. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. Okay, Lady Nika adding everybody in the chat to say, don't dare let it out, Lady D. Lady Nika, shut up and hush it. They know what's up, but that statement is still resonating with me. I so understand. Miss Cruiser, probably not deplorable, but definitely highly inappropriate. Yeah, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, but I work with a lot of men. I always have. Even when I was a flight attendant working with a lot of women, I was working with a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably not the best person to determine I guess I definitely can determine what's deplorable for me, but highly inappropriate, they just say such weird things because they're men, and I just be like, oh, you're just such a weirdo. Okay. Vibe stop yelling at me, talking about the Sassy Show for the third time. Girl, trying to run a show. Shit, I can't read and chew gum at the same time. Anyway, okay, two allegations of touching. One up my blouse, touched my stomach, and perhaps the third with the small of the back. Oh, okay. Touch my stomach, hand up my blouse. I don't know. That seems real. I don't know, y'all. Cuomo is an arrogant bull. Well, he is arrogant, but I'm arrogant, so I tend not to judge arrogance, just to be very transparent. I said it and did it to repair his image so he can move forward with his political. Oh, you did? See, I didn't know y'all were even going down this. This is a trip. I love how sassy he's say, bitch. I know. It is so, see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the right person for PC. Because some of these people be like, I don't know you like that. Why is you calling me a bitch? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm saying, bitch. Like, girl, I'm going to have to probably, you know, I'm going to probably have to, like, try to fix that. Because I like the N word, which you probably guys don't really hear me say. And I like, bitch. What? And then I'll be saying no. Anyway, well, we're not gonna. Okay, see how I do. I work with men and don't feel uncomfortable at all. No, I don't feel uncomfortable either. But I'm saying they be saying weird stuff sometimes, and I just be. So I assumed, and I've worked with them for so long that I just assume that's why I'm kind of desensitized. But I just be like, oh, child, he trying to get a little piece of chocolate today. So I just, I don't even be paying attention. Let me drop this link, y'all. It was something I was gonna read, and I forgot what I was gonna read. Anybody want to come up and give some further analysis? Let's see what Yahoo News is talking about. After lashing out at his accusers and critics, Cuomo said Tuesday that he welcomes the opportunity for a full and fair review before a judge and jury. He might want to focus on the judge. Oh, because they're saying he appointed most of the judges. So they was like, I don't know, that's going to be a conflict of interest. Cuomo spent much of his statement arguing that he is often misunderstood about his kissing, hugging, and touching. Oh, he did say that. And y'all do know that. Now, this is no excuse, but it is true that Italians kiss and hug. And, I work with men in much higher positions than me, so I don't want any inappropriate crap. Oh, well, I guess the pilots were in a higher position, but we work so closely. But the other men, most of them, we're peers. So they don't touch me now. They don't touch me, but they say some crazy. Ooh, baby, they be child. Let me wear a cute outfit. This was all before COVID, obviously. But honey, they baby catch them looking, staring you down, asking you about your boyfriends, all kind of stuff. But I just, like I said, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much until it does, and if it does, I'll handle it. As an Italian, he says, I have previously objected to our heritage being used as an excuse in public scandals. It is true that Italians are touchy, but we have no problem telling the difference between the tactical and the criminal. Tactile, excuse me. And that's what I think. I think there's a tactile premise of touching and a criminal. And so those are just two different things. The picture showed Cuomo's mother kissing him. These women are likely to note that they are not non-family members, but did not want to be even be familiar with Como. I don't know what that means. The most serious allegations involve allegations of the groping of the breast and bodies of women. So, Como would not have made it. Okay, well, yeah, if he groping tatas, then Miss Cruiser up here. Hold on, let's hold on. I know this Miss Cruiser, but we just gonna practice. Y'all, I don't like this new thing. We're just gonna practice putting this up, Miss Cruiser.
You better make sure I might show a little something, something.
Baby, because I have you hearing stuff. What's going on?
Listen, I came to disagree with you. So I too
Okay,
work
good.
with a lot of men.
Mm-hmm.
I work closely with an attorney. I am not an attorney. I work
Mm-hmm.
closely with medical doctors. No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
in the health industry at all. But I work, and my boss is a man in a high position. And I don't want to be in a position, especially since a lot of them are not my coworkers, but they're in positions over me in a sense. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
feel uncomfortable. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think what he did was deplorable, but you don't want to make someone, I don't want to say underused,
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
there are certain things that my boss has been my boss for some years now, and he's a black guy. So
Uh-huh.
we say certain things to each other now, but we've gotten used to each other. I know him well. But I'm okay with my boss, the black guy. But the attorney that I have to work with, he had better not open his. He's white. He's a Jewish guy. He better not open his mouth and say anything crazy to me like how my boss be saying to me. And that seems not fair. But I want to be in a comfortable environment. I don't want to feel. My phone. I hope y'all can still. I don't want to
We
feel threatened. I don't want to, in any way feel like my job is threatened. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense, but I want to, and none of these women have said that they think that thought that I don't think it was a peer thing that they thought that their or employer thing that they thought that their jobs are going to be threatened. But I do want to go back to what you said, which I think is such a great point of the familiarity that you have with your boss versus and the cultural familiarity, okay,
Hmm.
that you have with your boss versus the attorney. And I think that, so let me ask you this question. If the alphabet people, you know who I'm talking about?
Alphabet people. Give me a minute. I'm slow. Alphabet.
The three-letter agency people, if they come and talk to you, the investigators, if they
Okay.
come and talk to you, unbeknownst to you, you don't know anything about your current boss is
Hmm.
having any type of allegations or anything, but they come and talk to you and they say, Miss Cruiser, has there ever been a time that you felt uncomfortable? Has there ever been a time that he said something out of the way? Has there ever been a time? Then they're going to go dig deeper. Has there ever been a time that he held the door open to you and touched the small of your back? Has there ever been a time where you guys were on the phone and he mentioned something about this, that, A, B, C, or D? And you, because these are the investigators, and you are intimidated like anybody else would be,
Hmm.
and then you have to say, yeah, there was this time 5 years ago that it didn't really matter to me because now I know him, I know how he is.
Hmm.
Do you understand
Lord,
how that could go down?
Lord, forgive me, but I think I would lie for my boss.
Okay,
Lord,
I
forgive me
like
for.
it. Yeah,
And the reason why I say that is, again, we say things. Let me give you an example of things we say. First of all, we use the N word to each other. Like if I'm late, he'll say, Ninja, you late, and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, which is highly
One day
inappropriate.
he
How
told me,
dare you?
yeah,
Anyway, go
one
ahead.
day he told me, you need to start coming on camera in the Zoom meetings. Put your bra on, do your hair, and come on camera. That's inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we I say things to him too. And so I would probably, unless I thought it was somebody that he really hurt. If I felt like it was somebody that he really, I don't know, y'all. Now you asked me a hard question.
Honey, I'm here for the hard-hitting questions, and you are
Mm,
capable of answering it. But you understand, I wanted to ask you a thoughtful question because, quite
yeah,
honestly, I think that that is what more so than not happens
right.
personally. So
Somebody
that
he
was
was
my
comfortable with. That makes sense.
uh-huh. I think that
Hmm.
that's what happens, and then the investigators come and they be like, "Well, dang, what am I supposed to do?" And remember, you don't have time to pontificate when the
Hmm.
investigators show up. You understand what I'm saying? They
Right.
like, we here to talk to you, and you like, shit, what am I supposed to say?
Because it making me think. Because on the flip side, the attorney I work with, we know each other, been knowing each other for years. I know his family, he know my family. And if investigators come and say, "Have y'all ever discussed anything at work that was probably inappropriate? That's not sexual matters, but other things." I would have to tell them, "Well, yeah, we kind of talked about blah blah blah." So
Mm-hmm.
I see where you're getting. I see where you're going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I see your point with that.
And so the investigators are not interested that you didn't mind it. You understand what I'm saying? The
Hmm.
investigators are not interested that you guys are very familiar with each other. The
Right.
investigators are not interested that it was a second, you didn't even think of it a second thought. The investigators are there for the facts. And so then that's when the spinning of the narrative, so to speak, because to spin a narrative, you have to start with some foundational facts. But that's where it begins because so now in my head, that's how you have to start the narrative. And so then you have to
Are you frozen? Am I frozen?
I can still hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can still hear you and I can see you moving. But in my opinion, that's how you get to 11 people in 6 months because the investigators are out beating the streets and they're figuring out all of these things.
That's true. That's true. You're making good points. Okay, you letting me see this from another side. Thank you for coming on and doing this live because I am just finding. I found out about this that he resigned right before I hit your live button, so I'm getting my information and my news from you.
Well, I appreciate you guys saying that because this is definitely in my
Mhm.
wheelhouse. I mean, as you can see, I mean, I'm glad that thank you guys so much for showing up and interacting. I was like, what am I gonna say? Because I'm just used to just you know what I'm saying, talking off the cuff of my head to my friends. And so I'm just glad that you guys
Mhm.
are enjoying it and that I was able to give you guys some breaking news, as so to speak. But
I'm
I love the
disappointed that we didn't argue
I know. Can we argue about something? Because
our first meeting, our first time laying eyes on
uh-huh.
each other.
Uh-oh.
We
She
was
about to
like
tell on me.
we was
Mm.
going at it.
But I don't let me tell you how I do. See, and I think that let me take these people's stuff off. Now, I think that I'm a natural debater, obviously,
Mhm.
right? And a
Right.
lot of people in my cousin sector don't really know that about me because you met me early on, you know?
Hmm.
And I was like, so, and even when my on my Facebook presence, I was just very used to having a conversation. If it was an uncomfortable conversation, if we agreed, if we disagreed, I did not in a debater. I was the debater. I did not see it as being antagonistic and or arguing, right?
Yeah,
Because
because
at the
we
end of the
actually
day,
enjoyed it. It was
I
hmm
enjoyed it.
yeah, we
Yeah, it was
it was a
very
good
enjoyable.
debate. I can't
It
even
was a
remember what we was
very
debating about, but it was good.
It was a
Um,
very good debate,
mhm,
in my
yeah,
opinion. Yeah, and
yeah.
that's how I always remembered you. But then we always would like do slight jazz. But we're not ended we don't end up on panels anymore, um, very often at all, unless we maybe cross paths at
Hmm.
DKL. But we're not talking about these type of debating things. So I just thank you so much. You have been from day one. You have been supportive. You have been sharing out my videos, and then for you to have take out some time today to come up and and um and talk to me. I just really appreciate the support for a new CC. I know that's invaluable. So thank you again.
You're
So
welcome.
you,
I'm gonna slide back down in the chat because I'm actually at work, but this is a good discussion.
all right. Thank you
All right.
again for coming
You're
up.
welcome.
I'll talk to you later in the streets. Bye bye. Ooh, y'all, let me catch up. Yeah, y'all, me and Miss Cruiser used to debate a lot of stuff, y'all, and we used to have a good time doing it. I don't know if it was uncomfortable for the audience, but as you can see, it was not uncomfortable for us. It was a jolly old time. Lady Nika says now he should have realized the old school politician ways would not work in today's time. I'll give you that, Miss Hummingbird. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, well, whatever he said this to this doctor in February or March, and like I said, I'm guessing because he was one of the first people to get the vaccination. That could have even been January. I don't know. But come on now. I mean, Governor Cuomo. And by the way, you never lose your governor title. So I'm going to continue to call him governor. But Governor Cuomo, come on now. But that's how it happens. A lot of times we give the people the ammunition to take us down. So there is some accountability that needs to be had on his side. DDOT says one knows when it crosses the line. A simple kiss on the cheek and a hug is not it, in my opinion. And that's true. And that is the argument that he was trying to make, that it wasn't in his mind. But you're right. I mean, if there's allegations of groping breasts, touching you on the small of the back, borderline, because that could be a ushering into the door. So I'm not gonna give him that. But the touching the stomach, how did you get to my stomach? I don't know how that happens. That's only for intimate. I mean, my mama don't touch me on my stomach, so that's I don't know what the hell you're doing. But I have had men inadvertently touch me on the small of my back. And like I said, I don't know if they're trying to be sexual in nature. It could have just been a simple mistake. But I agree with you there, D Dot. He understands the difference. Lady Nika, coming from a family that didn't hug, make it seem wrong to me initially. Now I'm a hugger and took it conscious, intentional effort, excuse me, for me to hug with you guys. Oh, well, I do come from a family of hugger and kisses, honey. If you walk into the house and you don't hug and kiss, it's a whole problem. And we hug and kiss each other's men's and everything, okay? And y'all know what I'm saying about kiss. Like D Dot just said, I ain't tongue kissing none of my cousins' men's, okay? But kiss on the cheek, that's just what we do. So for them, it may seem uncomfortable for them because they're coming into our family, but it's quite comfortable for us. I mean, if you walk into my grandmother's house and didn't give her a kiss, it's gonna be a whole problem. So. Y'all, hold on, my boo thing back here. Let's see what he probably coming up here. Hold on, let me not play. Oh, honey, I gotta put the thing up even for you. Let me just get in the habit. Let me see what he coming to say, y'all. Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, always put that up. Always.
I'll
But
try to
look,
remember, babe. Now I gotta take it down. What are you saying, honey?
oh no, I just came up real quick to say this was great. Your breaking news. I, we had just talked about this yesterday, and then he resigns. Without too much of a fight. Anybody who knows New York, you know, it's a fighting town. Similar to Chicago, similar to Philly. Just fight. You fight. People are scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
And to see
Mm-hmm.
him just go out like this, just tapping out. I mean, going out like a uh, dog. I almost said something else. I got to remember my manners and where I'm at. But yeah,
Mm.
going out like that was kind of sad to see. But the one thing I wanted to do when I
Mm-hmm.
came up here, I heard you say that there were some men who inadvertently touched the small of your back.
Oh
Who are these?
gosh.
Who are these men?
And this
Keep
was
it
I
real.
can't again.
Keep it real. Yeah.
Tom, Dick, and Harry, darling.
Oh,
It was Tom, Dick, and Harry.
well, okay.
I'll give you
Okay.
one. Okay, yeah, that didn't mean nothing by it, boo. They didn't. They didn't. It was the key word is inadvertent. You understand what I'm saying? It was like
Okay.
they were like, oh, sassy, please have a
Yeah,
seat. You know.
but real quick, these old school uh managers, like these old school guys, they or like bosses, coming from a different generation, they're always going to be inappropriate because
Mm-hmm.
you can't really, a zebra can't change its stripes. So
Mm-hmm.
this is who they are. They've been this
Mm-hmm.
way for a while. They can't change. Because I remember, just I was watching online one day, and it was some woman. It was, I think she had been accused of shoplifting before, but I watched her. Her boss grabbed her ass right in the video. Right in the video. It made me
What?
uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah. This woman, there was some mixed lady. It was terrible. Her boss, some old creep, just grabbed her buttocks with his
Like
hand.
for real? For real?
Yeah, yeah, right on the camera. And it was just totally inappropriate. I don't know if she filed any type of HR, report, but it was troubling just to see how comfortable he was. Now, one can make the argument that they may have some type of relationship or something, but without that additional context, I can only assume that was unwarranted uh, to have that type of boss subordinate
Interaction,
dynamic. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. So
that's what D Dot was talking about, and some other people. That now, I mean, that's deplorable. At that point,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
We got to get these old creeps out of management. That's what we got to do, and infuse these businesses, these corporations, with younger people who are more culturally sensitive to gender issues, who are for inclusivity and diversity. We need more of that. But these old creeps that are just carrying on this these relics from the past,
Mm-hmm.
these attitudes from the past, they need to get gone immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you did a great live. I'll talk to you
Thank you.
later.
Thanks, babe. I'll talk to you later. Langston always trips Aisha up, honey. Honey. He's one of your crazy cousins. Hey, Black Swan, thanks for sneaking in. The fact that he won't fight says he knows that in court these women will win. We talked about that before you came in. I'm not sure that if that's a true statement or not. We were talking about the fact some people don't want to fight because they understand the implications for their friends, their families, all those people around them. Um, and so, but I could see people saying that. But before you came in, Black Swan, a lot of people were under the assumption that he bailed out now so that he could go on a PR tour. And I think D Dot made this point, so he could go on a PR tour, save his legacy, and run for president, or even if senator. So, Lady Nika says, as much as I want to disagree, Langston makes a small one now. I forgot the point already. Lady Nika messing with you, Langston. Right, because I don't accidentally touch or grope nobody. Outrage contentment is like, baby, outrage is outrage. Shit, I don't accidentally touch nobody. I've accidentally touched people, y'all. Come on, I mean, I've accidentally touched people. I accidentally scratched somebody the other day. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Trying to grab for something, scratched them. It happens. But I know y'all, we're being picky here. I know what y'all are talking about. If a man puts his hand on the small of my back as I'm going through a doorway, I think he is a gentleman. Same as taking your arm, so on and so forth. But I'm old school too. Yeah, yeah. Pulling out doors. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, that's what I said. So it could be a simple, you know, hey, I'm trying to get your attention, or it could be him being a gentleman. So, I don't know. Black Swan says not a Cuomo fan because how he mismanaged C-19, putting people with C-19 in retirement was a form of murder. He covered it up. Oh, okay. We totally disagree about his treatment of C-19. I think he did an amazing job for being in one of the largest states in the world, as I said before. But I understand. I understand some people, if you don't like him, you don't like him. I definitely do like him. I did like that his management of C-19. The daily briefings helped me, and I understood, why he had to do what he had to do. But I think a lot of people made mistakes during C-19. It was a world pandemic, so I get it though. I've had men to touch my back, helping me to the door. Yeah, that's all that, I mean, I guess we're not talking about men, coming through doors, so I'm not trying to spin a narrative, but yeah. Um, it was where is that? Oh, Trina B. I was trying to y'all, this thing is moving. That's weird, y'all. I'm still trying to figure it out. Hey, Trina B, thank you so much for coming in. Now, who is this? Yeah, you need to stop it. Anyway. I loved his daily briefings. Yeah, I really did. They were like national daily briefings. I mean, and it was really for his city, but it really let you know where you were if you don't live in New York State. I really liked it, and I thought that he was a pretty decent governor for them. Also, I mean, a lot of people made a lot of mistakes. I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to get into C-19. That was very difficult. What did you say? Oh, you are SK Bottom? I'm in New York. I feel as though he did what he needed to do. Yeah, I know all my New Yorker friends feel like he did a phenomenal job. They really do. And don't forget at the same time he's dealing with Black Lives Matter, and the police department and just it was a lot of stuff going on. One has to discern between sexual and politeness. Oh yeah, but that's an individual determination. It's an individual determination, indeed. And so I definitely know when I get that icky, squeamish feeling, then I know that my energy is telling me that it was sexual. But otherwise, I'm probably going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But again, I may be more traditional in that way or forgiving in that way. The other person, like Aisha was saying, even the thought of somebody giving her a kiss and a hug was cringeworthy. So everybody has to determine that. Do you think he can recover from this politically? Hey, Levon, thanks so much for joining us. We were just talking about that. People are kind of half and half. Some people think that yes, he can go on to run for maybe presidency, maybe the Senate. Other people are saying no, he's done. So we shall see. Does anybody know who will replace him as governor? Yes, the lieutenant governor will replace him. She is a woman, and she will be the first female governor of New York State. But she will replace him for the duration of his term. And then they will. So at this point, first of all, you guys know that New York is blue, meaning they're only going to have a Democrat in office. So at this point, I'm gonna tell you what's happening, okay, in my head. So when I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. This is totally made up, okay? So y'all, we're trying to get to know each other. But let me tell y'all what's happening. Right now, in some fancy schmancy restaurant, they didn't close down the whole restaurant. They having baby, they got they $100 Cuban cigars and they $200 scotch, and they trying to figure out who gonna be governor next. Okay, baby, they making phone calls. They vetting people. They doing deep three-letter word investigations. It's on and popping right now because whoever is going to um take his spot, I don't think it's going to be the lieutenant governor, quite honestly. I just don't. I don't think she has a big enough name, but she could surprise us. But if it is whoever it's going to be, if it's going to be her or if it's going to be somebody else, they have to start today with grooming them and prepping them for the race of a lifetime, because they're going to have to be squeaky clean. Like my boo said, they're gonna have to be new age. None of this old school stuff anymore, because we can't have this go down no more. Y'all, it's going down in the smoke filled fancy restaurant right now. Okay. Let me see. The PR tour that Cuomo plans on making will do him no good. His opposition will bring up the sexual predator behavior. The deaths in the retirement homes is still on those families' minds. Yeah, that's true, Black Swan. But I don't know if it won't do him any good because then they'll just counteract with how many people's lives they think he saved. And I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna see. And if God says the same, honey, I'll be breaking news, honey, when he does come. Because I'm telling y'all, whatever's gonna happen, you have to start doing political campaigns 3 years out. Well, do y'all know we're 3 years out? I mean, so they're gonna have to, whoever it's gonna be, for presidency and for governor, they're gonna have to jump on it. I don't know. Hope I didn't miss anything. I'm sorry if I did. Oh, who is this? I just read the end of this. I enjoy watching them and him. He's a nice looking man. I said it. Look at her over here. She's sexually harassing people. And at the same time, his brother and his family were fighting the virus. Oh, girl. Wasn't that crazy? Ugh, yeah. Chris, but I'm glad everybody's doing better now. He was more truthful than John Bell Edwards. I like John Edwards. I like John Edwards. Many days I was cussing him smooth out of his face. Ooh, what? John Edwards is something. Now that's a hell of a story. Now that is a hell of a political drop, honey. John Edwards, Lord have mercy. What you say, SK Bottom? Y'all don't know if you're not from New York. It is horrible right now. It's bad. Most of us don't want him to go. Oh, I know. And I don't live. I told you I have enough people. I lived in New York for 6 years. I lived in Midtown for 6 years. I have enough people there. It's an overwhelming majority of people that think that he's doing a great job in New York, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying from the few people I know. It just seems like that is the overwhelming majority. We all know when it gets icky. Oh yeah, we do. We do. Everybody know. Everybody knows for them. Oh, for presidency, it's more like 8 years out at least. That's what I said, Vibrant Lil. That's what I'm saying. I mean, unless Kamala comes up and says she doesn't want to run, because my opinion is that Biden is not going to run again, because of his age. So then it's going to leave Kamala. But unless Kamala is like, no, I'll take another cabinet post or something, ambassador. So never know what she wants to do. But yeah, I don't know if he has 8 years. Gotta go cook supper before I leave for work. I so enjoyed this discussion. Thanks, Sassy. Thank you, D Dot. We are going to wrap it up as well. I wanted to read some of your comments before I go. New York, we only have 3 people who will be good for New York. Oh, what does that mean? Who? What 3 do you have? Oh, well, I don't know, Aisha. Some people would take it as harassment. But again, that goes to my example with Miss Cruiser. It's a spinning of a narrative of sorts from the investigators because if they ask you a question and you answer it truthfully, then it does go under the umbrella of harassment because you are everybody in the state's boss. You are their boss. So anything that you say, is going to be deemed as harassment because you should not be telling me how pretty I am. This is what they say. So we'll see. Her numbers are low. Whose numbers? Kamala? Well, she hasn't started talking yet. She's laying low because this first year belongs to Biden. So we'll see after she starts talking. But I don't know if she can win. And the Dems know. They know. They know if she can win or not. But, we'll see. I'm not sure. No, we're not. I'm not sure either, Vibrant Lil. All right, y'all. Well, we have been up here a little over an hour and 8 minutes. I really thank you guys for joining me again. I just wanted to come live because I could not imagine. Thank you, Lady Nika. I could not imagine. I just knew he was going to fight it out, y'all, and dare them to impeach him. Because I thought in the end, the Dems weren't going to vote to impeach him, and it's a Democratic state. I don't know, y'all. I think everybody made some excellent points. Thank you guys all for showing up and showing out. It is very important for me to have the interaction, so I appreciate it. Again, y'all are still talking, so hold on. My problem with the accusations is that these women aren't willing to put their faces out there, which may no, there are some. There are some. I know there's a few. that have put their faces out there. Not all 11, but more than enough. Yeah, maybe three. So thank you so much for watching the replay. Shout out to the replay crew. Make sure you guys comment under the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. This has been a very interesting conversation and a very interesting turn of events. Like I said, now we got to see what is on the horizon for New York State. Who's going to be their next governor? Could it be a person of color? Could it be a woman? And not by default. No, no slight to the current incoming governor, but that you didn't win by election. So it'll be very interesting indeed. Before you guys leave, if you can make sure that you hit that like button, you can always donate to the Sassy Show because even though I enjoy talking to y'all, I am trying to make a little change now. I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna never lie about that. This is the Cash App for the Sassy Show. Tips are definitely appreciated. And I don't know what song to play. Y'all want me to play my opening again? Because I don't really think no hard rap is appropriate for this particular conversation. So I think I will just play the intro again, if that's okay with you guys. Thank you, SK Bottom. You know you out of line with that name. Y'all is a mess. I love, y'all, everybody knows I love trolls though. All right, bye you guys. I will see y'all on these YouTube streets. Make it a fabulous Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? I don't even know. Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Child. Anyway, make it a fabulous day and the rest of your week. I will be going live again probably Friday for an awesome conversation. Um, I don't even want to give y'all a teaser. Y'all gonna like this. So y'all check out the notifications and come back and join the Sassy Show for an awesome conversation on Relationship Chronicles on Friday, 6 p.m. Central. It is Tuesday. Thank you, girl, because I swear to gosh, every week I lose a day. Okay, thank y'all. I'm so glad it's Tuesday. I'm not losing my mind altogether. All right, Lady Nika has spoken the word. So let's hit the intro. This is for the culture, okay? Smooches.
I want you to stand up tall and proud. I want you to speak up clear and loud. Brown